Hi, it's Greg here at Busy Can Do. Thought I'd just show you some of my axes that I'm working on. I thought I would kind of have an axe thing, I guess. I don't know. Just some of them. Anyway, here's some axes I've refurbished and brought back to life, and some of them I use all the time and some of them I'm just getting started at. Got some felling axes there that I'm going to redo, and some that I'm working on got handles in them. A little cruiser's axe, just a chopping axe. This big broad axe got a handle coming for it. Boy's axe, let's see, little hatchet there I use quite a lot. I brought it back to life. It was all rusty. Anyway, kind of got a thing for axes, as you can see. I share them with my family and friends and pass them along. But I like bringing them back to life. You can see there, a couple of them got some pretty bad handles in them and chipped up. Put another edge on them and clean them up. Put handles in them. Plan on using that broad axe. Do some work on some log shelters up in the Cascade Mountain Range here. Forest Service lets me repair some of them, so it's kind of where I got my start with these axes. I don't know. Do a little leather work. Built a couple of sheaths for those two there. And what I got going on is my son come packing in some axe heads the other day, so found a really good one. Let me show it to you. There it is. Brought it in. It was all rusty and everything, and I noticed this little mark here. So I turned it over and started cleaning up right here. It says axe head made in Sweden. So I was anxious to see what it was. I'm fortunate, just around the corner here I got a guy that's very knowledgeable on axes, and he says this is from the Holtzbrook's company, or I forget what he told me. Anyway, one of those really good Swedish axes. So I know a little more about them than I can remember right now, but right there, here's that mark on the other side. Anyway, what I'm going to do, since it's raining and snowing outside today and I don't have to work, I think I'm going to start a project and bring this axe back to life and see if I can't get it done in a few short videos. Let's get started. Now the first thing I'm going to do is drill this old handle out. Just can't get rid of it. Well, you get the idea. Well, I got a series of holes drilled down through this old handle and got it propped up here on a couple of pieces of 2x4, and just take a drift and try to knock that old wood out. It's in there pretty good. Whew. Now I got that stuck. Have to get that unstuck. Well, I went back to the bigger drill bit this time and got more of it drilled out. I'm going to tell you, I don't claim to be a professional at this by any means, but I use the tools I have and a little bit of knowledge I got from YouTube and from some friends. But anyway, I removed as much of that material as I could with that bigger drill bit, and looks like I'm going to get it out this time. They do make special tools for this. My axe man around the corner offered to let me borrow some, especially for this process right here. And I said no, I would use what I have, but kind of wish I did. Would have gone a lot quicker. Anyway, looks like I got that out. I can clean that up a bit. So you can see I got the old handle knocked out of that thing and cleaned the inside out a little bit. I'll run a little bit of emery cloth in there or something and get some of that rust scale out. But this is an axe that isn't too badly pitted or anything. It's showing a little tiny bit of pitting. I don't think it's ever been worked on. It's not been beat on much. I may true up that back end a little bit. It's been hit on a little bit, but not bad. It's going to be a good working axe. I'll profile that edge. It's got one little ding there. This is an axe that I'm not going to polish up a bunch and paint or anything like that. I'm just going to clean it up, put a handle in it, and use it. So, on to the next step, I guess. Now I'll tell you what I did. It was awful noisy, but I just used my little angle grinder and a wire brush, kind of an aggressive one, but I just went over it ever so slightly, and just enough to knock the rust off of it. I don't want to lose that patina on that metal. That's a good one. It was painted. I can see it has a very light blue paint on it. Maybe something I might do later, but I don't think so. I don't know. Anyway, just stayed clear of all this writing on it and stuff. I did find something else while I was cleaning it up. It says 4 right there, and I weighed it. It's a 4-pound axe. So that's a good working axe. Good quality. Boy, rings. It's good steel, man. Alright, well, I think now I'll go down and talk to my handle guy and see if I can't pick up a handle for this thing. Thanks.